Welcome into another Friday afternoon at the Yard. The Mason Comets taking on the Lakota East Thunderhawks, a top 3 matchup in the Greater Miami Conference. Brendan Garula on the bump. I'm Ben Haller alongside Jacob Hernandez. Jacob, what are you excited for in this matchup?
Well, I'm really excited to see Brendan Garula pitch again. A UC commit. He throws really hard, nice lefty on the mound. And I'm excited to see the bats come alive just like they did this Wednesday.
Thunderhawks, number 8, Nick Raven.
We're just a moment here from first pitch. Brendan Garula, like you mentioned, will be playing baseball at the University of Cincinnati. And after next year, they will be in the Big 12 Conference. So a Big 12 baseball commit, that's a big deal. And to start off this one, he'll face Nick Raven, the shortstop for Lakota East. First pitch high for ball number 1. We'll take a look here at some of Brendan Garula's numbers. 5-0 record, under 2 ERA. As the first pitch of the game is a grounder to Rabin, or from Rabin, thrown on for out number 1. Good play made by A.J. Lefton there at third base. And we really want to touch on Brendan Garula's last performance. 7 innings, a complete game with 14 strikeouts. Almost got a no-hitter, only 2 hits allowed, 1 walk, 1 earned run. Impressive performance from him.
Now up for the Thunderhawks, Colin Sweeney, the left fielder. Great start to the game from Garula, getting out on 2 pitches.
Garula works very efficiently. You touched on his velocity, but he likes to rely on some
good play by Lefton there.
Movement as well. And out number 2, a couple of ground balls to the third baseman. The first 2 outs for the Thunderhawks.
That one was hit pretty hard. He was quick on his feet, really agile, made the play for out number 2. Next up, Braden Fry, the second baseman, in the 3-hole.
Only 4 pitches thrown tonight for Garula. Number 5 is a ball low in the dirt. That one right down Broadway for Fry. Fry, one of the best hitters on this Thunderhawk squad. That's evident. He's in a 3 spot. He fouls that one off back of the net. Garula ahead in the count now, 1-2.
Looking to put this Thunderhawks side away. 1-2-3 inning.
That one just a little low off the outside corner, evens the count at 2.
Really close pitch there. Surprised he didn't swing.
A 2-2. 2 outs. Garula trying to get out of the inning. That one's grounded. That'll get through for a base hit for Fry. And the Lakota East has their first base runner of the night.
Good piece of hitting by Fry. 2 strikes, just put the bat on the ball, lined it up the middle. Now in the 4-hole, batting cleanup, Sam Penix, the third baseman. Brendan Garula, a lefty. Definitely a lot harder for the runners to get a big jump and a big lead.
Pitch number 1 on the outside corner for strike 1. And Lakota East is a very righty-heavy lineup that's going to be beneficial against someone like Garula for Lakota East. But Garula, check swing, no appeal needed. It's going to be a ball. It'll be a late appeal, and it is a ball. A 1-1 high and outside. This is a Mason team that struggled towards the beginning of GMC play. They then are off to a hot win streak. Last night they played Oak Hills, who they were tied in first place with going into that one. They run-ruled them 14-0. And Rabin takes off. The throw from God, he's out. That's how this inning ends. The Mason Comets will hit Brendan Garula. Only 1 hit allowed, no runs through 1/2. home half of the inning for the Comets. Kevin West will lead it off. And they'll
Jack
face
Villarreal on the mound for the Thunderhawks.
They'll face the righty flamethrower, Lakota East. They got a 1-2 punch with him and Evan Whitaker, both going to play some Division I baseball.
Leading off for the Comets, the center fielder, number 1, Kevin West.
And he'll face Kevin West to start things off. Very good defensively, but he's had a pretty good year at the plate as well, the center fielder. He'll face the lefty to start. West to look at first pitch in the dirt for ball 1. This Mason team has a lot of firepower offensively. Brendan Garula in the 2 spot. And to have him followed by Jake Hanley and Michael Murphy is just very rare in a high school setting. 3 guys are going to go play some Division I baseball as West tips that one into the zone. That one paints the corner. What a pitch there for strike 2 from Villarreal. And he's working quickly. The 1-2's popped in the air behind the
Popped
plate.
into the stands.
And they're luckily, I think everyone's okay behind us. There was a scary moment there.
Very scary moment. Right into the stands to our right. One-two count for Kevin West.
Luckily, I do think everyone's okay behind us, but there was someone hit as Kevin West swings on for strike number 3, the first out for the Thunderhawks.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. My name
The pitcher,
That'll bring up
number 5,
Brendan Garula.
Brendan Garula.
He's on the mound for tonight's game, and he'll also try to show off his over 400 batting average tonight. And he'll get his first try here. First pitch swung on for strike 1. Some nasty stuff from Villarreal. The 0-1 just off the outside corner evens the count. This Lakota East team 3rd in the GMC. We were excited for this matchup, but a lot of high school baseball rankings rank them a little higher than that. They have them, most rankings you'll see have Lakota East higher than Oak Hills, and a lot of that's due to some variations in the schedule. As Garula looks at one inside, 2-1. Hitters count now for Brendan Garula.
Ball 3 in the dirt. Villarreal going to have to battle back here. Don't want to put Garula on with Hanley and Murphy behind him. And a powerful Comets lineup.
2 lefty pitchers on the mound, and here it is. Here's the matchup. Garula tips one off that runs the count full. The payoff. Swung on and drilled.
Deep drive.
And
into
left field. The pitcher homers for the Comets. A 1-0 lead. Brendan Garula missed first base on his way around.
Had to
go
come back.
But if there's any way to help him out on the mound,
Do it himself.
it's to go yard. Only the second at bat of the game for the Comets. The 2 spot and all-around player, the UC commit, Brendan Garula, gets it started for Mason.
The first baseman, number 34, Jake Hanley.
Here we'll see Hanley now, and if there's anyone you want to follow that up with.
Got to be Hanley. Homered earlier this week.
That was part of that 11-0 run rule over Coleraine. Hanley fouls that one back into the net. Hanley's the first lefty that Villarreal will see. It's going to be tougher for him to read, Hanley. But he's got him 0-1. That one, another one, breaking ball from Villarreal. We haven't seen too much velocity, but some really nice breaking pitches.
Hanley down 0-2. Got to put it in play. Here's the pitch.
Beautiful curveball in the zone for strike number 3. Hanley sat down looking for out number 2 of the inning.
Second strikeout for Villarreal this inning.
Number 4, Michael Murphy.
And here's the designated hitter, Murphy. We talk about two-way players of Brendan Garula. Here's another one. Got the start on Tuesday against Coleraine. He looks at ball 1.
In the lineup hitting for Mikey Statzer tonight.
Mikey Statzer will play right field. You know, with the designated hitter, and you have a pitcher that can hit like Garula, that one skied high into center field. It'll be no problem for Lakota East for out number 3. So Villarreal gets out of the inning, but not before. A 1-run home run. Brendan Garula. Comets lead by 1. We'll start the second inning here. Mason off to a 1-0 lead. Solo shot by the pitcher, Brendan Garula, helping himself out a little bit, and he'll now face
Sam
Penix again. Penix still up after Rabin was caught stealing. And a quick first inning. Just one little mistake made by Villarreal is the difference in this one. First pitch to Penix. Beautiful breaking ball just off the outside corner for ball 1. That one's tipped by Penix. Garula, two-way player, nominated for Male Athlete of the Year at the Mason ESPYs this year. That'll be on May 12th. Something to look out for. He'll be up against some pretty good athletes, though. Carl Blaybaum, Vignesh Goganeni, and Aiden Namshoff. Terrific list of athletes. The 1-1 to Penix, low in the dirt for ball 2. Garula's not a guy who gets behind in counts too much. And that one fouled back behind the plate. Evens the count at 2. Penix, the cleanup hitter. That one's in the dirt, runs the count full. Good job by Bly. Blocking that one. We've seen a couple of good blocks from him tonight. Delayed appeal, it will be a ball. And the payoff. Another one that'll be fouled out of play. Good job by Penix staying alive. Jacob, who's your early prediction to take home that male athlete of the year? Goganeni, Amshoff, Blaybaum, and Garula.
You know,
it's a tough choice.
From the start of this season, Garula, fantastic pitching. Strikeout
Beautiful
there.
breaking ball inside to Penix, and Penix is not happy about it, but that one, no question in the zone.
No question.
Number 12.
For out number
Jacob
1.
Finley.
I might have to go with Brendan Garula. He's been pitching extremely well. Homered in the bottom of the first here. If he keeps it up, it might be hard for the others to beat him.
Another breaking pitch in there for strike one. And, yeah, I mean, you can't really go wrong with any of those 4 options. There's a great list of athletes on the female athlete of the year side as well. I mean, 3 straight beautiful pitches from Garula. Maybe trying to prove why he should be male athlete of the year. But on the female side with Oldacre, Shyla Agarwal. Is it ball number 1, excuse me.
What's your prediction for male athlete of the year?
That's tough. I'm just not sure that voting is open today to the committee. Strike number 3, another strikeout looking for Garula. I was going to say voting is open today to the committee and the coaches, which I don't have a vote. First off, that's what everyone thinks is I have a big say in the decision. I have 0 say in the decision on this one, so my prediction doesn't really matter here. I may go Carl Blaybaum. He qualified for the Junior Olympics, set multiple records this season. Obviously, Garula is a great pick. Aiden Amshoff, first place in multiple races.
And you can't forget about Vig Nash going to Yale for tennis.
Yep.
Super smart, great tennis player. Really tough choice for the committee.
Meanwhile, there's a 1-2 count.
To Dylan Reich, the catcher.
That one's low for ball 2. It's 2-1, excuse me. And female athlete of the year between Oldacre, between Agarwal, between Allie Madden. In there for strike 2. Evens the count at 2.
Yeah, beat. Hey, come on, kid. Win it, 5. Win it, babe. Let's go right now.
And the last nominee is Brooklyn Darby. In there, evens the count.
Or runs the count full, actually. 3-2. Payoff pitch here with 2 outs.
That one grounded on.
Into left field through the shortstop and third baseman. 2-out hit for the catcher. This brings up Drew Tower, first baseman for the Thunderhawks. See if he can get 2-out rally started.
Drew Tower.
This is identical to the first inning for the Thunderhawks, a 2-out hit.
Not sure they'll try and test Brady Bly this inning.
May learn their lesson.
Out of way.
The first
Swing and
pitch
miss.
By you.
swung on and missed. Another beautiful breaking
Round up the
pitch.
middle.
Another one that gets through. So Reich will go up to second. Tower, a single, and the Thunderhawks now have 2 on. With Liam Bonfield.
Hey, come on, B. Right blinker. Come on, kid.
Rula, specialist at working himself out of jams as well.
Let's go, 5. Come on, kid. Let's go. Hey, come on, 5. Come on, 5.
If there is a jam, it's right now. 2 on, 2 out. Only in the second inning, the Comets have the 1-0 lead. First pitch to Bonfield inside for ball number 1.
Hey, come on, 5.
That one nailed down the third baseline, just foul.
Coach had to be on his toes there.
Lakota East third base coach, very mobile. Good job getting out of the way of that one. Bonfield will face a 1-1 count now.
Hey, come on, five, come on, five.
Garula just needs one more out to get out of this one. One swung on, but it gets past Garula, gets past Bly. Both movers will run up into scoring position. Still 2 outs in the inning.
Hey, come on, Brendan. Play your pitch, kid.
They have to make sure he doesn't give up a third hit in a row here.
Hey, sir, five,
2
kid,
runners
kid,
in a
let's go right
dangerous
now.
position.
All you five,
There are
let's go.
2 strikes with 2 outs.
Let's go.
The 1-2 to Bonfield. Check swing. I don't think there's going to be an appeal, not enough for that one. A good job by blocking it, Brady Bly.
I see Brady, see Brady.
Counts now even at 2.
Come on, kid, let's go be a wall. Let's go, Brady. Let's go, Brendan. Hey, takes one, takes one.
Time
let's go.
called.
The 2-2 to Bonfield. Another one inside, runs the count full. There is a base open at first. Comets off to a 1-0 lead courtesy of the pitcher, Brendan Garula, homered in the first. Breaking pitch just off the outside corner. Garula wanted that one, but it's ball 5 to Bonfield, and the bases are now loaded for Trent Dilly.
Number 2, Trent Dilly.
Really good pitch there. I thought it broke just over the plate.
You can
Umpire says differently.
You can see Bly telling the umpire what he thought too. He's delivering him some balls.
Garula started walking away from the mound. He thought he got him there. Now bases loaded. 2 outs though. Forced any base.
The 9-hitter Tilly's up. Ball 1 dealt outside. This is the first game of the 2-game series. They'll play again Monday. That'll be at Lakota East. Fouled back into the net for strike 1. Just through 2 innings, Lakota East already has 3 hits and a walk off of Garula.
Who's now at 38 pitches.
Another breaking pitch in there for strike number 2, and once again he's 1 strike away from getting out of the inning. This time there's no base open.
Let's go, B, let's go, B. Let's go right now.
2 strikes on Tilly. That one nailed into center
into
field, and West is not able to get to that one. 1 will score, 2 will score. Lakota East now has a lead courtesy of Trent Tilly. Garula may have thrown 1 too many breaking pitches there. Dilly just got it caught up on one and sent it into center.
Number
West
8,
had trouble picking it up as well.
Rabin.
And they turned the lineup over to the top with Nick Rabin. With runners on first and second.
Let's go. Hey, 2 outs.
Still 2 outs. That one hits Rabin. And the bases are loaded once again for the Thunderhawks. Garula.
Gonna have a mound visit here. Coach gonna try and calm his pitcher down, let him know he's still in it. He's their guy. And they trust him. The bats are gonna come alive for him. Just get out of this inning and start over in the 3rd.
Mason and Lakota East rivals. Battle of Butler Warren. They're rivals in a lot of sports. And a lot of Mason performances against Lakota East. There's one up for Performance of the Year at the ESPYs. What do you like for Performance of the Year? We got Noah Samuel's no-hitter. It's got to be one of them.
Gotta be one.
Is a nominee, and it's got to be
Gotta be a top choice there.
one of the
That's
top
Seven,
choices.
Collins,
Shannon
Sweden.
Krogan had a couple of goals against Ursuline. That could be another good choice.
I think with such a high degree of difficulty of a no-hitter, I think that has to be my choice.
Jacob, you sound very baseball heavy here on the SB predictions.
You know, Samuel to the left of us had to show him some love.
Strike one at the top of the zone now. Rule off the mound visit.
You know, I've always loved baseball, so I might have a little bit of bias, but Krogan's goals were really influential. So I obviously don't have a vote, so it's not up to me.
Check swing. Fouled off. I don't think Sweeney really meant to go around. But we'll now have 2 strikes on him, 0-2. With the bases loaded, Garula can throw one away if he wants.
Blad's got to be ready to block it just in case, though.
That one on the outside, Sweeney chases, and Garula able to get out of the jam, but the Thunderhawks take the lead. 2-1 now, through 1.5.
The left fielder, number 29, Sean Krukenberg.
Villarreal back on the mound for the Thunderhawks. They recently took the lead, courtesy of a 2-run single from Trent Dilley. Sean Krukenberg will get it started for the Comets.
He had a really good game on Wednesday. He had a bases-clearing double.
First pitch he sees, he fouls off for strike 1. Krukenberg, a junior. Didn't get too much playing time on varsity last year, but he did wear a varsity uniform. And he's down now 0-2. Lefty on lefty matchup. Villarreal ahead, and he throws one away for ball 1. One-two fouled off. Good job by Krukenberg.
Must have hit something with the
Yeah,
reaction.
the fan reaction. I'm curious as to what just happened there.
1-2 pitch.
Breaking pitch just inside for ball 2. You can see Krukenberg's reaction to that one. He was hoping for the call, and he got it. Good.
Or maybe he knew. Maybe he had a good eye. Just broke a little too late. Couldn't catch that inside corner.
Counts even now at 2. Bottom of the second gets started. Another one fouled off into the net.
Battling here to lead off the inning. Trying to start a rally to get the Comets back in the game.
Mason 11-1 in the GMC. That's good for first place Lakota East just a couple spots behind at 9-3. Two, another one fouled off just to the right side. Good play by James Wolfalk, first base coach for the Comets over there, picking that one up.
Base coaches for both sides
Yeah,
showing they still got it.
Yeah. Still 2-2 on Krukenberg. A delivery from Villarreal. And in there just on the outside corner, out number 1, the third strikeout of the game for Villarreal. And they'll face Lefton now.
The third baseman, number 3, AJ Lefton.
Lefton's kind of that utility guy. Can play really any position for the Comets.
Played second base this week, now at third tonight.
And he's played some shortstop to start the season. He's played in the corner outfield as well. And he is a pitcher. They like to bring him out of the bullpen a lot. He looks at ball 1. That one's in there for strike 1.
Could we see Lefton tonight out of the bullpen?
I think it's a possibility.
You know, Garula only threw 2, already in the mid-40s at pitches.
The last 2 Mason games were run rules, meaning that they had more flexibility with their pitchers. So Lefton is saved. But on the
Still
plate
early.
here, he's up 2-1. And that one
That's
into
a
the
line.
outfield. That'll be a base hit for Lefton. Mason gets their first base runner out of the second inning, and now we'll see Brady Bly, second in the GMC in batting average, over 500.
The catcher, number 9, Brady Bly.
And you see a high batting average like Bly's, and you think, oh, he's only played a few games, but no, he plays about 2/3 of their games. At catcher, they like Bly to catch Garula and Samuel, the seniors. Then they like Laughlin usually to catch Michael Murphy. Villarreal pitch out of the stretch for the first time tonight.
As the only run came off a home run. First base runner that he has to deal with.
Bly's a very good defensive catcher. Ended the season last year at the plate with a .286 average. He looks at one on the outside. Evens the count at 1. The 1-1 popped high. Out of play. Another one that could possibly hit a car.
Lots of foul balls tonight. Lots of cars in danger.
Well, there was a head in danger earlier.
There was.
Luckily, we can't confirm that she is okay.
Yes, the athletic trainer bought her a pack of ice. So it's nice to see that everyone was fine.
Very
It's a
fortunate.
really scary foul ball.
Yeah. 1-2 on Bly outside, evens the count again. And Villarreal has had some efficient at-bats, but this might be the longest at-bat he's seen so far tonight.
Steps off to reset.
Bly, one of 8 seniors on this Comet baseball squad. Going to be a tough class to see go, but they do have a bright future. A 2-2 almost hit Bly. It's got a filthy breaking pitch, ended up too far inside, and the count's full now. 1 on, 1 out for Bly. It is only the bottom of the lineup for the Comets, but it was the bottom of the lineup for the Thunderhawks that gave them their 2 runs. Trent Dilly, the 9-hitter, with a 2 RBI single.
With 2 outs as well. See if the bottom of the Comets lineup.
1 out,
Could
1
do some
on,
damage as
swing
well.
and a miss, tipped into the mitt. Brady Bly sat down for out number 2 and strikeout number 4 for Villarreal. He's off to a good
The
start.
second baseman,
He'll
number
face Nick
12,
Stroud.
Nick Stroud.
See if Nick Stroud can start a Comets 2-out rally. Lefton still on first. Stroud at the plate. Lefton took off, but a foul ball there sends him back to first.
Lefton does have a couple of stolen bases, too, on the season. We'll see if Stroud can do anything with 2 outs. He's going to step off and call time.
Lefton doing a little dance at first, trying to get the pitcher's mind off the batter, get his mind on him at first. See if he can throw a little mistake pitch. Giving Stroud a shot.
This Mason team is a very good base running team. They don't commit a lot of errors on the base paths. And they got some stolen bases. Breaking pitch, swung and missed. Lefton goes, and he'll be safe without any issue. A third stolen base on the season for A.J. Lefton. The Comets now have one in scoring position with 2 outs.
Almost in there, standing up. Really good jump. Opportunity for Stroud to drive him in now that he's on second.
The count is 0-2 now. That one's outside for ball 1. Stroud, only a sophomore, has a bright future for this. Excuse me, junior has a bright future for this Mason team.
8 seniors, but still a lot of underclassmen that can keep tradition going after the season.
Stroud's able to foul that one off, fight off, keep it at a 1-2 count.
Staying alive, keeping the inning alive. Taking a pitch he doesn't really want to hit on the outside corner of the plate. Keeping himself alive for more of a hitter's pitch.
Lefton being held on at second. He's going to take off for third with 2 strikes. No throw down. Another base swipe from Lefton. Comets now have one 90 feet away from tying the game. But there are 2 outs still on Stroud.
Now Lefton could score on pretty much anything.
A 2-2 count. Villarreal. Tipped into the zone. Strikeout number 5. For the Lakota East flamethrower. We're through 2. Lakota East still leads 2-1 over the Mason Comets. Welcome back to Mason High School. The Comets trail 2-1. It's Lakota East Thunderhawks. Brendan Garula, the sole run for Mason, with a solo shot, and he's now on the mound.
Braden Fry up at the plate, had a hit in his first at bat. Goes for a bunt there and misses.
He got on and they got caught stealing to end the first. One of the best hitters for the Thunderhawks. This one popped into center field. West calling off the right fielder. West will make that play for out number 1 on just a few pitches for Garula, and a efficient at-bats is going to be key for Garula going forward, considering his pitch count.
Already up to 46. They will let him go deep, as they have lots of other starting pitchers. So he has been rested a fair amount.
Penix looks at strike 1. He flied out in the second inning.
Breaking ball just gets away from him there.
Another breaking pitch in there for strike 2.
Gets a swing and a miss on their 4-hitter, Sam Penix.
On to another beautiful pitch. Bly. A throw on to first to complete the second out of the inning. And Garula already off to a better start in the first couple of innings now. Jacob Finley, though, going to see what he can do with 2 outs, no on.
Great pitch on the outside corner for strike 1.
A beautiful job painting the corner there. This one.
Breaking ball to
Finley.
shortstop.
Sulik making the play at first on to Hanley to end the top of the third. Comets trail 2-1. We'll see what they can do in the home half. Bottom of the third here from Mason High School. The Mason Comets taking on Lakota East. First and a third in the GMC.
The shortstop, number 35, Anthony Sulik.
And we'll see Sulik to lead off against Villarreal.
Still on the mound for his 3rd inning of work. Garula with an efficient top of the 3rd.
That we talked about, he was at 44. That's what his pitch count was. And he needed an efficient inning, and he got one. Just 8 pitches. And Villarreal gets strike 1 on the outside corner.
Villarreal started on 43. See how many he throws this inning. Really great pitcher for the Thunderhawks. See if Mason can work through some of his pitches and get onto the bullpen.
Lost control of that one for ball 1. Sulik, only a sophomore, multi-sport athlete, plays basketball as well. He was set to swing JV varsity until he suffered a wrist injury that sidelined him for the whole basketball season. And another strikeout, number 6. Only the 7th out for Villarreal. 6 have come. A strikeout. And here's Kevin West, the leadoff hitter.
Number 1, Kevin West.
West struck out the first time these two faced. Fastball in the dirt for ball number 1. So not terrible performances from either pitcher so far, but not the most efficient. And then there's 2 in the dirt from Villarreal. West ahead in the count early.
I'm sure he has the green light in the top of the order. Good pitch here. Could be swinging.
Four hits for the Thunderhawks, only 2 for the Comets.
Another one in the dirt.
3-0 now, Kevin West. Will likely take this one.
The pitcher, Gorilla, in the on-deck circle.
A 3-0 to West. Low again. A walk on 4 straight pitches, and the Comets now have a base runner in the meat of the lineup where you like Garula, Hanley, and Murphy.
Pitcher number 5, Brendan Garula.
And Brendan in the first inning homer. That is Mason's 1 run. Just laid into one over the left field wall.
Catcher went out to talk to Villarreal, trying to calm his pitcher down after a 4-pitch walk.
That's when they just calm him down. But you mentioned earlier he's a lefty. It's going to be easier to hold Kevin West on because West has a lot of speed on the base paths.
A lot of speed. First man in the lineup.
And he'll start off Garula with a slow breaking pitch, swing and a miss.
Villarreal gave up 2 stolen bases to AJ Lefton. So he may not have a good move. Maybe just not paying as much attention as he should to the Comets runners.
Lefton did a really good job reading a couple of breaking balls that he stole on. Another pitch in the dirt, but this one swung on by Garula. 0-2 now. With 1 out, 1 on. The 2 spot in the lineup. And West takes off, but Villarreal didn't throw home. That one's in the dirt. West going to third now. You
First
see the
baseman.
speed there from Kevin West.
2 bases on that one.
It looked like he was
threw it in the dirt.
It looked like he was in trouble at first. Villarreal caught him, but the throw from the first baseman was on line, but couldn't be scooped up. Scored into the outfield.
They had him in rundown, had him picked off. Just couldn't get the scoop there from shortstop to tag him out at second.
Big opportunity with just 90 feet away. That one's grounded. That will get the runner in. They'll get Garula out, but the Comets tie the game up at 2. Kevin West on the base paths.
The first baseman, number 34.
Really smart of Kevin West to take third on that error. Ball got away from him. Second baseman couldn't get there in time. Gets 2 base on the air. Brendan puts the ball in play. Little ground out, gets him home. Smart from Kevin West to tie the game back up at 2.
There will be no one on for Hanley, but he grounds one back right at the pitcher, Villarreal. He's going to flip it on to first for the 3rd out of the inning, but the Comets do tie it up off a ground ball. Kevin West scores. We're all knotted at 2 through 3 at Mason High School. We're through 3 here at Mason High School. Comets and Thunderhawks deadlocked at 2. Brendan Garula and Villarreal. 2 very good pitchers coming into this one and have battled through high pitch counts.
Dylan Reich up to bat for the Thunderhawks. Their catcher, 6th man in their lineup. The bottom of the Thunderhawk lineup did all the damage for him in that 2nd inning.
Yeah, it was the 2 RBI single from Trent Dilly that gave Lakota East their 2 runs. And we'll see White pop this one up. He singled in the 2nd inning, and he fouls that one out of play. And I'm really hoping Garula's 3rd inning, very efficient 3rd inning, kind of got him settled in. Only needed 8 pitches to get out of it. Filthy breaking pitch just off the outside corner. And Garula's down now 2-1. This one nailed down the 3rd baseline. Just foul, fortunately, for the Comets. Just a long strike. That evens the count at 2. Wyke leading off the inning. That one in the dirt runs the count full. We've seen a lot of full counts on both sides, and it's a big reason for that high pitch count. The 3-2 pop down the 3rd base line. Again, that'll be out of play. No one will be able to get to it.
Thunderhawk hitters really disciplined at the plate, not swinging at much outside of the zone.
The payoff in the dirt, a leadoff walk dealt to Wyke, and Lakota East is now in business. Coming out to the plate, it's going to be Tower.
Number 15, Drew Tower.
Tower got on in the 2nd inning, a part of that 2-out 2nd inning rally. It's his 2nd at bat now. And he nails that one over the head of Lefton. Another base hit. That'll put 2 on for Lakota East. The 5th base hit of the game for Lakota East. We're only in the 4th inning.
Most, if not all, coming from that bottom of the lineup.
We took a look at the last outing Brendan Garula had. He had a complete game, 7 innings, 14 strikeouts, a couple of hits and 1 earned run. He's in a little more trouble this one than he was last Friday.
Now Liam Bonfield at the plate, man on 1st and 2nd. Garula looking for a strikeout or a quick double play to get back in it.
Bonfield up, that'll mean Dilly is on deck. Strike 1 to Bonfield, but Dilly is the reason Lakota East has 2 runs. Swung on, but it's in the dirt. A really good job by Brady Bly to block it. He's played a beautiful game so far behind the plate with all those pitches in the dirt.
Keeping those runners at 1st and 2nd, not letting the ball get past them. It's really important here. When a pitcher tries to throw a breaking ball, get a man to swing at one outside of the zone. You got to have a good defensive catcher to keep her in front.
Tough spot for Garula, 2 on, 1 out, but he gets the 1st out courtesy a strikeout of Bonfield.
Number 2.
That'll let him get a little more comfortable with Trent Dilly coming up to the plate. 1 for 1 with 2 RBIs on the night. Garula's pitch count now climbs to 63. Coming into this at bat with a 9-hitter.
Shows bunt. Pulls back. No one warming up in the Comets bullpen. Shows a lot of trust in their starter, Brendan Garula.
One of the best pitchers in the GMC, committed to Cincinnati. He went around with a bunt, Dilly.
Couldn't get a
That'll
hold
be strike
of it.
one.
Just trying to move his runners over with 1 out. Give their leadoff hitter a chance to drive in 2. First, he has to get the ball down.
Counts even at 1 now with 1 out and 2 on. Garula deals swing and a miss from Dilly. 2 strikes on him, a beautiful breaking pitch, and ended up low. The 1-2 with 1 out. That
Nice
one
breaking
into the
ball.
air, getting under it. The left fielder has it, Sean Krukenberg, for out number 2. And Garula in a much more comfortable spot now.
Well done to rebound from those first 2 hitters this inning. Brings it back to get 2 outs. Nick Rabin at the plate for the Thunderhawks, their shortstop, leadoff hitter.
Rabin's 0 for 2 so far tonight. Swing and a miss to start this AB. And now Garula's just 2 strikes away from getting out of this one. Lakota East led off with a walk and a base hit. Garula was in a lot of trouble.
Really good breaking pitch there. Thought he would have swung. Really nice pitch. Couldn't get the call from the umpire there. Evens it at 1-1.
The 1-1 pitch popped out of play. 2 strikes now on Rabin, the speedy shortstop for this Thunderhawk team. Leads the team in stolen bases.
Garula trying to get out of a jam. Get the heart of the Comets lined up. Chance to put them in the lead.
The 1-2. Inside corner, strike 3.
Got him looking.
Brendan Garula works out of the jam. Comets stay tied 2-2. We're halfway through this one from Mason High School. Villarreal back on the mound to start the bottom of the 4th inning. Michael Murphy leads it off.
Michael Murphy.
Comets and Thunderhawks tied at 2. Mason a Solo shot from Brendan Garula. And then a walk. And a couple of errors for Lakota East. And a ground ball scored Kevin West there in the third. And here's Murphy looking at ball one. And West really showed what aggression on the base paths can do. It looked like he was caught. That one's grounded past the third baseman's glove. Michael Murphy gets on a base hit. He'll round first and stop. A leadoff single for Michael Murphy.
You know, Kevin West, when he got picked off, just kept running, didn't hesitate.
The left fielder, number 29,
gets second base,
Sean
heads up play, gets the third on that same play.
And here's Krukenberg.
18.
One of the few lefties in this Comet lineup. It'll be tough to read. Villarreal, first pitch into the dirt. Bounces back up and hit Krukenberg.
Bounced it off his helmet. Might have been a different story there if it didn't bounce off his head. Could have went behind him. Might have gotten Michael over to second base.
Made a nice play in the top half of the inning in left field. He's got a lot of speed in the field and on the base paths. And he looks at strike number one. Michael Murphy, not the biggest threat on the base paths, but he can swipe a bag here and there. Villarreal comes home. Krukenberg pops one up. Left fielder able to get it at the warning track. And Michael Murphy will be held at first base for the first out of the inning. That brings up Lefton.
Good play by the left fielder. Ball trailing over his head.
Third
Makes a nice
number
over
3,
catch.
AJ Lefton.
Lefton stole 2 bases earlier this game.
Yeah, it was Colin Sweeney who was able to bring that one in. Krukenberg put a lot of power under it, but not quite enough. Now there's 1 on, 1 out. Lefton pops one up this time down the right field line, and that play's made for out number 2. Back-to-back flyouts for the Comets. Trent Dilley pulling that one in.
Bringing up the catcher, Brady Bly. The only other lefty in the lineup tonight for the Mason Comets.
Catcher, number 9, Brady Bly.
So here's Bly, leads the team in batting average, over 500 coming into this game. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. Looks at strike number 1. Bottom of the fourth got started with a Michael Murphy single, but a couple of short ABs from Krukenberg and Lefton and a couple of flyouts. That's where we are now. Murphy
going.
Goes to second, no
Bad throw by the
problem.
catcher.
Yeah, the throw was off the line, and Murphy swipes the bag. So now one's in scoring position for Bly.
Didn't look like the greatest jump from Murphy. Might have caught the catcher off guard, causing him to throw it offline there. He swipes another bag. Just a single needed here from Bly. Possibly driving another run in. Break the deadlock.
And he'll foul one off his foot. Count will stay at 1 and 2. And Bly is very accustomed to these situations. He's got some RBIs on the year. He's a very good contact hitter. You saw his batting average last year in 286, and especially what it's at this year.
Definitely shows lots of improvement over the offseason.
for sure. An uncharacteristic strikeout in the first inning and another one that ends the fourth inning. Lakota East and Mason still tied 2-2. Garula and Villarreal dealing. Garula back out to start the fifth inning. He'll face Colin Sweeney.
Garula up to 71 pitches on the night. Could be his last inning of work if it's not efficient.
First pitch swinging is Sweeney, though. That'll help his pitch count. And under it is Krukenberg. Has no problem with that for out number one on just one pitch. And Mason does have some action in their bullpen. Can't tell from our view exactly who it is, but
Number 23,
we'll try to get that answer soon.
Fry.
As the three-hitter, Fry comes up for his third at-bat of the game. One's outside for ball one. Fry singled in the first and then got caught stealing. A beautiful breaking pitch in there for strike one.
With all the warm-up pitches, Garula could be approaching 100 soon.
The 1-1's high for ball two. Garula, an early candidate for GMC Player of the Year. When you take hitting and pitching into account, he finds the strike zone for another.
GMC first team last year. Trying to step it up in his senior year. Full count now.
Lakota East. Tied 2-2. Braden Fry nails one right to the shortstop, Solik. Solik throws on to Hanley, a sophomore to sophomore connection for out number two.
Solik in for the injured Drew Cox.
Number 4,
Making
Sam
some nice plays.
Penix.
That brings up Penix, the cleanup hitter.
Just got word here that it's Jax Rogan in the bullpen, another left-handed pitcher. Throws more sidearm.
He threw on Wednesday.
An inning of relief in the run rule over Coleraine. Pitched really well. A lot of difference in his speed between his fastball and his nice curveball.
It'd be good to see him, the senior. 0-1, another senior on the mound now, Brendan Garula. That one's fouled off, 0-2. 2 out in the inning. Garula working efficiently once again. The 0-2 swung on this time, but the third baseman left and does not field it cleanly. And Penix is on with an error. It was a slow grounder to left and would have been a tough play to make. He can't field it cleanly anyway.
Number 12, Jacob Finley.
Finley coming up to the plate with 2 outs.
First one's inside for ball 1. Garula's pitch count now at 82. A curveball, that one's in the gap for a base hit. 2 outs, 2 on now, courtesy of Finley. And now that left in air starting to bite him in the butt. And coming up to the plate now, that's going to be Reich.
Number 18, Dylan Reich.
He had a single earlier in this one in the second inning. And Coach Kurt Bly coming out to talk to Garula. That'll likely be the day for him. Jax Rogan is the one warming up in the bullpen. We'll wait to see what happens.
Doesn't look like he's taking the ball from his starting pitcher here. Could let him finish the inning with 2 outs. Definitely getting close to a pitch count at 83 pitches now.
Yeah, so Bly walks out back off the field without the ball. 2 outs now. Brendan Garula, he's got 2 on. And there was a substitution. I believe it's going to be just a courtesy runner for Lakota East. Either a pinch or a courtesy runner. And coming off, that's going to be Penix. Penix is third base, so no courtesy runner there. That'll be the day for Sam Penix.
Number 22 still had his chain on. Has to take it off there.
Yeah, that's Kleinman. He's got a lot of speed on the base paths for the Thunderhawks.
I imagine Bly told his pitcher, you got 1 more out in you. Make it worth it. Get out of this last inning.
83 pitches through, 2 on, 2 out. Dealing ball 1. He's dealing to Drew Tower now. Or excuse me, still Reich at the plate. Another breaking pitch in there for strike 1. We talk about all the time his beautiful breaking ball, his beautiful curve ball. And he showed it there. Another one for strike 2. Garula starting to feel himself now. Only 1 strike away from getting out of this one.
Maybe that mound visit gave him a little pep in his step.
And you'd have to think this is his last at bat of his day. 2 strikes now. That one inside. Evens the count at 2.
It's out. Looks like he's giving it all he's got. Trying to give his team 1 last out. Get through the 5th inning.
The 2-2 now to Wyke. Fouled off, 4 runs down the third baseline. Count stays at 2. A 2-2 again, just outside, off the outside corner. That's full now. So you'd have to think, airing a foul ball or anything, this is the last pitch of Garula's night. 2 on, 2 out at the bottom.
Full
Top
count.
of the 5th inning. Excuse me. With a full count, Garula wants to keep Weinman in check.
With the full count, 2 outs on runners on first and second. They'll be running once Garula goes to the plate.
Full count pitch. That one's popped up. West giving it a look. He'll come in to handle that with no issues. Garula gets through 5, still tied 2-2 against the Lakota East Thunderhawks. Stay with us for the home half of the inning. Bottom of the 5th here from Mason High School. Comets and Thunderhawks tied at 2. The first and third place teams of the Greater Miami Conference. Nick Stroud leads off the inning for Mason.
It looks like Sam Penix is still at third base for the Thunderhawks after the pinch runner. Not too sure how that happened, but he's still in the game.
Villarreal's back out there for his 5th inning. First pitch delivered to ball high.
A little bit lower of a pitch count than Garula. Garula, we imagine, will be done for the night at 90 pitches.
And judging by the bullpen, we'll likely see Jax Rogan to start the 6th. 2 straight balls delivered to start out the at-bat. It's a beautiful night here. It's about 60 degrees. Maybe a little chilly. With clear skies, strike 1 delivered to Stroud.
Nice breeze at times. Second baseman Stroud.
And Stroud nails
Good
one into
drive.
left field. That'll be a base hit to lead off the 5th. Comets have one on with no out. Anthony Solik, see a good
The
position.
shortstop, number 35, Anthony Sulik.
The junior starts the inning off with a base hit. Now brings up the sophomore. Sulik at shortstop. The 9-hitter, Kevin West in the on-deck circle, the senior center fielder.
And Sulik's going to lay down a bunt. It'll be fielded by Villarreal. They'll get the out, but get the job done, getting Stroud over to second. And now the Comets turn the lineup over to West with a runner in scoring position. That's exactly what you needed out of Solik.
1, Kevin West.
And now Lakota East will have a visit. Could possibly be the day for Villarreal.
Looks like Sulik was asked to just move Stroud over with a bunt. He does his job. Make sure to place it just a bit away from the catcher and the pitcher so they can't get Stroud out at second base.
And Villarreal will be left out on the mound. So here's the top of the lineup for the Comets. Kevin West, 1 out, 1 on, 1 in scoring position. Villarreal hasn't had to pitch from the stretch much today. 4 hits for the Comets. Holding on, Stroud at second. Swing and a miss for strike 1.
West with a couple stolen bases early in the game. Speedy player. Comets have a lot of stolen bases on the night.
Kevin West will receive the 0-1. Villarreal steps off, tries to keep Stroud in check.
Steps off and no throw. No one to cover the bag there.
Shortstop Rabin was too far off. A strike 2 delivered to West. 2 swings and misses. He's behind now, 0-2. Got a dangerous hitter, Brendan Garula, on deck, and dangerous hitter in the hole with Jake Hanley.
Garula, who homered in the bottom of the first, give the Comets their first run.
We'll see what West can do here, though, an 0-2.
Second
Villarreal
baseman.
can throw one away.
Shortstop holding Stroud on. They both split.
0-2, swing and a miss in the dirt. And the throw is made on the first base for out number 2, Brendan Garula. With 2 outs and 1 in scoring position's got an opportunity here.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. The pitcher, number 5, Brendan Garula.
And they're going to intentionally walk Brendan Garula. And you know what? I've never seen a team intentionally walk to get to Jake Hanley. Hanley hit .430 last year as just a freshman.
Jake Hanley.
And now they're going to give him a situation with 2 on. I know Brendan Garula is a very good hitter.
Not sure the decision there. Intentionally puts Garula on to get to the 3-hole. Indiana commit Jake Hanley.
So there's 2 on now with 2 out. Hanley fouls the first one off, and you can see he wants this one bad. Maybe he feels a little disrespect.
I would think so. Hanley homered on Wednesday. Garula homered tonight. Not sure if the Thunderhawks really want to face either of them tonight.
Maybe Garula hits Villarreal a little better. Maybe the righty-lefty matchup's a little more favorable for Garula, but
Hanley's still a great hitter.
yeah. It doesn't matter who's on the mound.
Led the GMC in RBIs last season.
He's got an 0-1 count now. Got a perfect opportunity, RBI opportunity here. Strike 2 just off the outside corner. And that one gets Mason fans out and off their seats. That was a questionable call, but it's 0-2 now on Garula.
Hanley's got to keep his head in it. No matter the count.
No matter what count, he's always a dangerous hitter now. 0-2, Villarreal. 2 on, 2 out. Hanley right to the shortstop. Rabin will flip to second for the 3rd out. And through 5. Villarreal is able to hold Mason to 2. Still tied 2-2. Top of the 6th here for Mason High School. We're still tied at 2. The Mason Comets and the Lakota East Thunderhawks. 2 beautiful performances on the mound for each team between Brendan Garula and Jack Villarreal. Garula coming back out after 90 pitches to start the 6th. I'm sure he'll be on a short leash, but first pitch just over his head and through the gap. First pitch swinging on that one.
Number 9, Liam Bonfield.
That was Drew Tower. That's his second base hit of the game. And we're in another position here where
First batter on.
Yeah, 1 on and nobody out. Garula have to work from the stretch again.
Bonfield at the plate.
Bunt
Bunted.
attempt fouled back into the net, and you got to think maybe some part of the reason they're letting him go is he's facing the bottom of the lineup here, but still, that's who did all the damage in the second inning.
Their only 2 runs of the game came from the bottom of the lineup. Definitely been the most dangerous tonight.
That's the 8-hole Bonfield up, lays down a bunt again. He'll pull it back for a ball.
Left and on the infield grass now. Shows bunt again.
That one will be outside again.
Pulls
It'll
back
be
once again.
2-1 count. Bonfield, pretty obvious with his intent. Bunts laid down. Hanley will look to first and get the out. But Bonfield gets the job done, moves the runner over to second now. Runner in scoring position with 1 out.
Good
Number
play by
2,
Hanley
Trent
to charge a
Daly.
bunt down the first base line. Smart play by Stroud to get over cover first base.
So now here's the 9-hole hitter, and the reason Lakota East has 2 runs. Trent Dilly, 2 RBI single in the second. He's got another RBI opportunity here. That one's tipped into the mid of Bly for strike 1.
You'd have to imagine this is Grula's last batter. Now up to 96 pitches.
Oh, Jacob, we've been saying that for a long time, so I don't. Maybe we should
never know.
never underestimate Bly's confidence in Garula, and Garula keeps battling. Well, 1 on the outside corner.
He's proved us wrong time and time again.
And this time, that one's flied into right field. Under it is Statzer, the second out of the inning. And it's starting to look a lot like the top half of the inning for Mason.
Number 8, Nick Raven.
Or the bottom half of last inning, excuse me. And where Mason.
Bly staying in the dugout.
And where Mason singled to start the inning. And we're sat down 2 straight. And they intentionally walked Garula. And then they would get the ground out from Hanley, but now at the plate. As Nick Rabin, 2 on, 1 out, 1 in scoring position. That one right to the shortstop. Solik, a tough play. He makes it! 3rd out of the inning. Brendan Garula survives a leadoff single. He's thrown 99 pitches tonight. And in the middle of the 6th, we're all tied 2-2 at Mason High School. All tied at 2 at the bottom of the 6th. Jack Villarreal still out on the mound for Lakota East. Michael Murphy leads off the inning for the Comets. He's 1 for 2 on the night.
Bly shows a lot of faith in Grula. Thunderhawks showing a lot of faith in Villarreal.
Not quite as high of a pitch count, only 76 coming into this inning. Ball 1 on the outside. Oh, they're going to call it a strike.
That's questionable.
And there's an assistant coach on Mason who he just warned. And that didn't look anywhere close to the zone.
Catcher's glove hit the dirt there.
It wasn't even the catcher didn't even attempt to frame that one.
You have to think the catcher and pitcher know they got away with one there. Possibly the anger from the Mason dugout makes the umpire have that sort of call.
1-1 is a foul tip from Murphy. Krukenberg will be on deck. Got to start this bottom of the 6th inning. Rule has thrown 99 pitches for Mason. I would say it'd be hard to believe he comes back out for the next inning, but we've said that so many times tonight.
He's given us an entire inning extra. It's a lot in high school. I mean, it was only like a 9-pitch inning, so he did well. The scoreboard only goes up to 99, so we're not sure if he threw more than that.
Outside corner. See, that was one that was way closer to the zone than that first pitch that he called a strike.
For sure.
But the count is full.
I agree. The fans for Lakota East thought that one could have rung him up.
For the fans. And Murphy full count to lead off the 6th inning once a time.
Full count to the leadoff hitter.
Villarreal will deal. This one popped up by Murphy. Shallow outfield, center fielder coming in. That catch is made for out number 1. Good job battling in that at bat by Murphy, but
the left
he's
fielder,
put out.
Number 29, Sean Krukenberg.
There's Sean Krukenberg.
See if he can get the 5th hit for the Comets tonight.
Pitch one's high for ball 1. Another one that's a little bit off the corner. Coach Bly not happy about that one. It will be called a strike. 0-2 now. You could see that it's disapproval from head coach Kurt Bly over the third baseline.
And all the coaches in that Mason dugout.
There's an assistant coach who was warned, so he probably won't be saying much else.
I imagine he does not want to get thrown out of the game. Sure, Kurt Bly won't be too happy that an assistant gets thrown out. It's kind of the head coach's job.
The 2-1's outside for hitters count now. Sean Krukenberg. Nobody on, 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. Comets got 2 runs off a RBI single from Brendan Garula. Then a walk, couple of errors, and a ground out, RBI ground out. Kevin West scored. And then in the next inning, Trent Dilly comes back with a 2 RBI single, and that's where we are, 2-2. Krukenberg fouls it off to run the count full.
Villarreal still dealing. Up to 87.
Both these pitchers approaching 100.
I haven't seen anyone warm up down the Lakota East bullpen.
Well, Villarreal hasn't been in much trouble as of late. Full count pitch down low. There's a walk. A 1-out walk will be dealt, and coming to the plate's A.J. Lefton.
Good eye by Krukenberg, working that count. A.J. with the single early in the game.
Bly and Lefton communicating signals.
The third baseman, number 3, AJ Lefton.
Here's the senior utility player. He's played second, short, third, right, and left field
And
all
pitched.
this season. And pitched. How do you forget about that one?
Could see him coming out of the bullpen tonight.
First
Either
pitch.
Jax Rogan or AJ Lefton.
First pitch in there for strike one. And Krukenberg's going to take off for second. He will be in there safe. Another stolen base for the Comets.
I believe that's 6 on the night. Something around there.
Depends
really high
how we
number.
score. Depends how we score Kevin West's couple of bases.
I guess maybe those are errors. So 4.
I think it'd be fair to split one as an error and one as a stolen base. So let's say 5.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
We'll go with 5.
Lefton with 2, Murphy with 1, Krukenberg with 1. We'll give West 1 as well.
Lefton now ahead in the count on that low pitch, 2-1. And now I've got one in scoring position. Again, with only one out on deck is Brady Bly. Lefton grounds this one right to the third baseman. Has trouble
He drops
with
it.
Lefton gets to first base. Krukenberg stays at second, but we stay with only 1 out and 2 on, and the big spot here for the catcher, Brady Bly.
AJ hustles it out, coming out of the box. Third baseman couldn't make the play.
And
Mound visit for the
another
Thunderhawks.
mound visit.
Doesn't look like he's going for the ball. Just came out to talk
Fire
to his
him up.
pitcher. Fire up his team. Let him know. He's at a high pitch count at 92.
We are going to see a pinch hitter here.
Larson Brown.
Yep, Brady Bly not coming out. Larson Brown coming to the plate. With 2 on and 1 out, a big spot for the junior. But Kurt Bly has a lot of confidence in him.
Number 25, Larson Brown.
I imagine that means we'll see a new catcher next inning. Either Mark Rutherford or James Laughlin.
Yep.
Neither in the lineup tonight. Both of them options off the bench to come in and catch.
So here's Brown. Runner in scoring position, runner on first as well. Villarreal has thrown 92 pitches tonight. Starting to tire a little bit. Brendan Garula on Mason's side's thrown 99 through 6. We're in the bottom of the 6th here. Krukenberg on second. Lefton on first. Off the walk in the air. First pitch on the outside corner, strike number 1 to Brown. It's one of the biggest spots of the season, going up against Lakota East is 3rd of the GMC currently. They played Oak Hills, who was 2nd of the GMC last night, beat them by 14. That's a game where everything just came together for the Comets.
11 on Wednesday as well. The bats have been coming alive.
That
Ball gets away
one's
from
in
the
the dirt.
catcher. Couldn't pick it up, and both runners will get to the next base. Krukenberg and Lefton staying heads up on the base pass. Second and third, 1 out for Larson Brown.
That's big, 2 in scoring position now. And the
Now
count's
sac
even
fly.
at 1. Yep.
Sack fly can bring in Sean Krukenberg.
Sack fly or soft ground out.
Opens up a lot of opportunities for Mason to go ahead in this game.
The ground out to short is how they got their second run. That's how they got the lead the first time. The 1-1 count to Brown. Right down Broadway for strike number 2. He's got 2 strikes on him. He's got to protect. On deck is Nick Stroud. He's got a base hit tonight.
Infield coming in all on the edge of the infield grass. Looking to keep the ball in front. keep Krukenberg from scoring.
The 1-2 to Brown. That one's grounded foul. Runners will head back to their base.
Brown's got to look for some holes in the infield. With the infielders in, opens up a bit of space for a hard grounder to get through.
Count stays at 1-2. Larson Brown still battling. The delivery just high to even the count at 2 with the way the strike zone has looked from this umpire all night. I thought he might have got rung up on that one, but
Larson looked back at him, was kind of hoping for a lenient call.
Well, looks like he got it. 2-2.
For the pinch hitter, Larson Brown, coming for the catcher, Brady Bly.
Villarreal deals. That one's on the outside corner. Brown fights it off anyway, staying alive. And I think we're one pitch away from the limit on the scoreboard for pitch count at 99 for both pitchers.
Might see both.
So after this pitch, we won't be able to give you an exact answer.
Well, maybe a
You
mental
can count
count.
pretty high. You can count pretty high, Jacob. So I have faith
I'll
in
try
you.
my best.
Still 2-2. The 99th pitch of the night from Villa. Coming. That one's high. Runs the count full.
Brown does well to stay off that high pitch.
There's a big spot now for the junior. Full count. Runners on second and third. Only one out in the inning. Battle of Butler-Warren, bottom of the 6th. Full count to Brown. Swung on and missed for out number 2. Strikeout number 8 on the night for Villarreal. And now with 2 outs, it's all up to Nick Stroud.
Number 12, the second baseman, Nick Stroud.
Stroud looking for a second hit of the game.
He's another junior. I'll have to come up in this spot.
Looks like Thunderhawks are leaving him in, and the scoreboard actually has changed. It now reads 0.
Jacob, I'm going to go out on a limb and say that Villarreal has thrown at least one pitch tonight, so I think he's at 100. I think they're going to start over, so as long as you can count to 100, we got it. That one's popped up by Stroud. Under it, a diving play in center field. The third out of the inning, an awkward play, but they get it done. We'll head to the 7th, still tied at 2. We're locked in a pitcher's duel. Battle of Butler-Warren. The Mason Comets and the Lakota East Thunderhawks. Brendan Garula at 99 pitches comes back out for the 7th inning. His opponent, Jack Villarreal, has thrown 100 and what? 200 combined
This is the
pitches from
0th
these
pitch.
two in high school. And a start.
Strike one on pitch number 0 for Garula.
Yep, and there it is. The pitch count resets to 0 on the scoreboard. I think when you got a star-studded rotation at Mason, I think you got to increase that size of the pitch count to 3 digits instead of 2.
I think so.
First ball delivered from Bly. Up to the plate to start is Colin Sweeney. And Garula's going to have to face 2, 3, and 4 in this one, but he gets Sweeney to swing. It's strike 2. Garula very passionate, and you know he wants this one. Very energetic. Check swing didn't go, evens the count at 2. Two breaking pitch in there, strike 3. You could see the excitement there from Garula, as that's out number 1 at the top of the 7th.
That might be his last batter. Bly coming out.
Number 23, Braden Fry.
That was pitch number 104 for Brendan Garula on the night. We'll see. They're going to meet on the mound.
Fantastic job from Garula tonight.
And that is the night. 6 1/3 from Garula. Only 2 earned runs for 2 RBI single in the second inning. 104 pitches. A beautiful performance like you mentioned. And we'll see who comes out on the mound. And it looks like
A.J. Lefton.
Yep, that's going to be A.J. Lefton. We talked about we could see him potentially one of Mason's best options out of the bullpen. He's playing third base all game. And Brendan Garula will go back out on the field. He'll head to right field.
In for Mikey Statzer. They're keeping his bat in the lineup.
That'll be Mark Rutherford replacing Lefton at third. So it'll be a Rutherford coming in and Statzer coming out.
I imagine that means Rutherford will not get to hit as Statzer, who was replaced by Garula, and Rutherford in at third base. Statzer being hit for by Michael Murphy. You might not see Rutherford get to hit unless Murphy subs out as a DH.
We'll head to a quick break as Lefton finishes his warm-up from Mason High School, 1 out in the top of the 7th. A.J. Lefton gets it started. The top of the 7th, there's already 1 out. Brendan Garula pitched a terrific game. Lefton's first pitch is strike 1. He'll face Braden Fry. That one's off the outside corner.
Garula, after a great outing, goes into right field, keeping his bat in the lineup. Good defensive player as well. Rutherford replaces Lefton at third, likely taking Michael Murphy out of the lineup.
Mikey Statzer out of the lineup, and Michael Murphy the DH. So we'll see what happens with the substitutions offensively. But Lefton's down 3-1.
We're still a bit confused by the high school substitutions.
Especially with Brady Bly still in the game, and a leadoff walk. The first batter that Lefton faces, not leading off the inning. There's already 1 out, but there's a runner on first now for Penix.
Number 4, Sam Penix.
A.J. Lefton on the year. Has a few appearances. Like I said, one of the best options out of the bullpen for the Comets. He's a senior committed to play baseball at Jefferson University next year.
Thomas Jefferson, yeah.
That's just Jefferson University, not to be confused with Thomas Jefferson University, where a couple of Comets are going to play in other sports. Lefton on the years, 3 appearances, 1 complete game. He's given up swing and a miss there for Penix. A throw over there. A lot of speed from Fry, trying to keep him in check. Still an 0-1 count.
Caught him stealing earlier in the game.
Bly's had a pretty good arm. That's the only one caught stealing today for either team. Strike 2 in there from Lefton. The theme of today has kind of been the two-way players. We talked about Garula and Murphy. Here's another one, Lefton. He's batting 6th in the lineup tonight. Coming in to relieve Garula, 2. Another pickoff move, nothing there. Oh, 2 in the dirt, gets past Bly, and Fry will move up into scoring position. The 1-2 pitch, another one low that evens the count at 2. Lefton's got to find the strike zone here. That one's grounded right at the shortstop, Sullick. Sullick will field and throw on for the second out. But Fry will move up to third, 90 feet away from taking the lead here in the top of the 7th. But there are 2 out. And for Lakota East,
12, Jacob
it's
Finley.
all up to Jacob Finley, the center fielder.
First out of Lefton's outing. See if he can get the second one of his night. Keep the score level. Give the Comets a chance to walk it off in the bottom of the 7th.
That couldn't come at a bigger spot. Strike 1 on the outside corner. That was one of those calls Bly was upset about on Mason's side when they were at the plate.
Maybe getting a few back.
Yeah, if they're consistent.
That's all you really ask for.
It's 0-1 now. That one's high.
Not sure that one was too high. Looked pretty much belt high from my view.
I think it's been consistently inconsistent is what I'd say about the umping
Yeah,
today.
I'm not sure if I was allowed to say that, but I would say consistently not the greatest strike zone.
Greatest.
First few innings were really decent, in my opinion.
Really
First few
decent,
innings
yep.
were very on par, very average. The last few innings have just been all over the place.
A swing and a miss, and then a ball in the dirt. That evens the count at 2 now for Finley. Lefton with a runner on third, no one out. And he gets caught. He's going to have to throw home. There's a pickle now. Fry, no one's covering third, but Fry didn't realize, and it's off the glove, and Fry will score. That'll give Lakota East the 3-2 lead. That was Anthony Sullick, who was going over to cover third of the pickle. It bounced out of his glove. That'll go down as an error for the sophomore.
Couple
Lakota
too
East
many
now
throws.
leads.
Couple too many throws in the pickle. Bounces off the shortstop's glove.
Well,
Unfortunate for the Comets.
Fry could have easily got back to third. I don't think he realized there was no one covering the base.
Right there, you have to just get him back to the base he came from.
And now that's drive by Finley West. Can he get there? He does. That ends the inning. Comets will have some work to do. They're down 3-2 heading to the bottom of the 7th. Last call for Mason. Last call for the Mason Comets. The Battle of Butler-Warren. They trail 3-2 against the Lakota East Thunderhawks.
The shortstop.
And we'll start it off with a pinch hitter, Alex Kelling, coming in for Anthony Solik, who made the error in the top half of the inning. Sophomore for sophomore substitution. And into pitch now for Lakota East. It's going to be Monroe.
Number 21, after great outing from Villarreal.
Kelling, first pitch swing, and pops that one behind the plate. Had a pretty good showing
From
here
both
at Mason
starting
High
pitchers.
School.
Great game to watch.
Runs on the outside corner for ball one, even at one.
Fans didn't like that one. They're
Lakota
also
East
seeing
side.
the inconsistency that we've been seeing.
There's a 1-1 now on Kelling. He grounds
Kelling
a one
drives it
through the gap.
There's
And
a leadoff
Mason
single.
has got a leadoff single, and they'll turn it over to the top of the lineup. Kevin West, pinch hit, wins successfully. Blyle come over, make a substitution.
So it comes back in to run. I believe you can be re-entered once, is what we've been told, and it's a good guess.
Number 1, Kevin West.
So Sullivan's
Kelly
got a
comes
chance
in.
to make up for his mistake, this time on the base pads. He'll be on with no one out. On top of the lineup, this is where you want to be for the Comets. Kevin West.
Yeah, Kelling, I'm guessing, does not play shortstop.
Oh, he does, actually.
He does?
He's a short middle infielder. I think they're going to keep Solik at shortstop. Bunt laid down by Kevin West, trying to get the runner up, and he will. Throw is on to first. But now you get Garula, Hanley, Murphy with one out and a runner in scoring position. All you need is one. And all you really focus on here is sending it to extra innings. Anything extra is just gravy. Monroe, when his catcher will come out to talk. Garula pitched 6 1/3 tonight, only gave up 2 earned runs. Threw 104 pitches, and if you don't think, you got to think here that he wants to be able to have an even bigger impact in this game. He had a solo home run.
See if you can get a second home run in the night. That'd be amazing.
Monroe starts him out with a breaking pitch outside. That's Solik at second base now. He's got a lot of speed. You got to think he'd score on anything. That's a single.
You definitely have to try at this stage in the game.
The 1-0 pitch, low but in the strike zone according to the umpire. And
Now the Mason fans,
that's the consistent inconsistency.
I think that's a great way to put it, Ben. Consistently inconsistent.
1-1 with one out now. Garula up in the right field, charging in. Will make the play for out number 2. And it's all up to the sophomore, Jake Hanley, with a runner in scoring position. 2 outs in the bottom of the 7th. Comets trail 3-2.
First baseman, number 34, Jake Hanley.
Monroe and Hanley will face off to decide this one.
They intentionally walked Rula to get to Hanley earlier in the game. A little disrespect to Hanley. See if you can punish him here.
First pitch outside for ball 1. Monroe came in just for the 7th. Villarreal wants 6 full innings. One on the outside corner, strike number 1. Evens the count at 1. This is the first game of the series. They'll meet again on Monday. We'll likely see Evan Whitaker on the bump for Lakota East versus Michael Murphy for the Comets. Another one outside for ball number 2. Now
Nearly
Lakota
the
East
same
fans.
spot.
Yeah, I think that was exactly the same spot. Yeah, I mean,
Same pitch, different outcome. You know, it's harder to be an umpire than it looks,
for sure.
I'm guessing, but yeah,
No,
he
it
gets
is,
paid.
but
So
2-1. That one in the dirt. Hanley's got a hitter's count. 3-1.
good block by the catcher, keeping Slick at second. 3-1 count. Comets down to their last out.
Lakota East got the lead on an error. Hanley's got a chance to keep it alive. 3-1. He'll take that pitch for ball 4. And they'll put him on. Lakota East fans not happy about that one. And now Michael Murphy. It's up to the junior.
The designated hitter, number 4, Michael Murphy.
Murphy not yet decided on a college, but he's got some Division I offers.
So Murphy, the DH, still in the game.
All our substitution guesses so far have been wrong, so
Yeah,
we'll see what Murphy can do here. First and second,
ball outside.
2 out.
Yeah, we've predicted Garula coming out like an inning and a half earlier. All the substitutions, we've just been wrong all night. But Murphy, a great hitter. Clean up for the Comets.
All right, 1-0 count. Murphy, that one's down the right field line. That'll be out of play for strike 1. Evens the count at 1. Made solid contact on that. Looking for anything he can drive here with the speed of Sullick. A single will likely score him.
Long legs of Hanley. See if he can get around.
He can move a little bit too.
Good
Started
ball.
on the varsity basketball team. He's got to have a little speed.
Yeah. Good
And-
ball into the gap. Could score 2.
Murphy fouls that one off, and Comets are down to their last strike. Comets took the lead early. Brendan Garula solo home run. Lakota East got it back 2-1 off a 2 RBI single. Mason would then tie it off a sacrifice ground out. And then the air. 1-2 count on Murphy. With 2 outs. Monroe sets. Deals, and that one's driven.
That's driven.
To the
It's over
left
his head.
fielder. Over
He
his
can't
head. One will score. Hanley's rounding third. He'll score. The Mason Comets are walked off by Michael Murphy. A 2 RBI double in the bottom of the 7th. Terrific performance from Brendan Garula on the mound. He got it started with a solo shot, and they overcome the error that gives Lakota East the lead. Comets take home game 1, 4-3.
The left fielder tries to make the play. Dives, can't get it. Hanley, with the left fielder on the ground, makes it all the way home from first base. What a win from the Comets. A clutch piece of hitting from Michael Murphy.
Mason Comets 4.
Garula with a fantastic game.
Thunderhawks 3. Now the Comets go to
You look at the score in this one, and it won't go down on paper nearly as much of the pitcher's duel that it was. 104 pitches from Brendan Garula, 101 pitches from Jack Villarreal. A crazy 7th inning, ups and downs for both teams, but the Mason Comets take it on game 1 of this series, 4-3. From everyone behind the scenes, Savannah Libby's the director, Abby Samuel working the cameras, I'm Ben Haller alongside my partner Jacob Hernandez. Everyone have a good night. Comets win 4-3.